I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back and I'm here to go over how we humans are a microcosm of this earth and of the universe around us. Okay? Us humans are a microcosm of the earth we live on. We are a microcosm of the solar system that we're a part of. We're a microcosm of the galaxy that we live in. We're a microcosm of the entire universe. As a matter of fact, every sentient being, every sentient life form with a soul in it is its own universe. Okay? Now, like I said, I'm going to go into full detail, so just pay attention, listen very carefully. Now, I've explained in many videos how our Earth has a central sun, an inner sun, and then, we have the outer sun, which is shared among the other planets, and there's also something known as a black sun, okay, which is the black hole that belongs to this solar system, all right? And this particular black hole is literally in between the Earth and the outward sun. Okay, so you have a central sun, you have an outward sun, and then you have a black hole in between the Earth and the sun. Okay, very, very deep information here. Some people believe that the black sun is in the Earth with the central sun. That's a possibility as well, okay? I'm not going to sit up here and act like I've been to inner Earth before, you know what I'm saying? Because as far as my recollection is concerned, I haven't. So, you got the central sun, the black sun, and then the outward sun. Now, the outward sun, I believe, is a holographic. It is a holographic sun, okay? The outward sun is a holographic sun. This is the symbol for the black sun, okay? Many believe that Hitler had a voyage where him and his Nazis attempted to discover the location of the black sun, and they had a plan to go to inner Earth and to attempt to find it. Okay, there's no energy that's more powerful than this energy right here. This is dark matter energy. This is pure magnetic orgone dark matter energy. No more. There's no more powerful energy in the known universe. Okay, right here. You see, this energy right here has the power to consume stars, to consume all light. All forms of light photons, anything in the light photon spectrum, okay, will get harvested and magnetized into this this energy field right here known as a black hole, okay? Because the magnetic energy, the orgone energy, it supersedes the light photon and the plasma energy, okay? This is why you see so-called black holes able to consume stars that are massive, completely massive in size, but they all get broken down out of the photon spectrum when they are met up with these black holes here, okay? And you see, we have a black hole inside of us, okay? We actually have 3 black holes inside of us. One is extremely powerful, okay, and exudes energy, absorbs energy. Then there's 2 weaker black holes in our body. The 2 weak black holes are our pupils, the pupils in our eyes, okay, the pupils in our eyeballs, okay. These black holes right here, they absorb light. They are able to emit a little bit of light, but they more so absorb light. All right, okay, and they absorb what's in the light photon spectrum. That's why we're only able to see, energy that is encapsulated in the light photon spectrum. Okay, the photons, photography. If something is not in the photon spectrum, we won't be able to see it with our physical eyes. The two eyes, okay, in our heads, these are the weak black holes in our body. Okay, the strong black hole in our body is right here in the center of our brain, called the pineal gland. Okay, pineal gland is a fully functional miniature black hole, and it's able to project and intake fifth dimensional light frequencies. It's able to intake light frequencies that vibrate on a fifth dimensional frequency and a seventh dimensional frequency. Okay, the human pineal gland. All right, so basically the two eyes that we have, these black holes right here, they only deal with the light photon spectrum. These black holes right here only deal with the light photon spectrum. Okay, this right here deals with fifth dimensional light, seventh dimensional light. All right, this is a miniature black hole right here. Okay, and it allows you to tap into higher realms, higher spiritual realms. Okay, that's why they've went to so many far lengths to try to calcify this gland right here in the brain. Okay, now I said earlier that right here we have a central sun, we have an outwardly sun, and then there's a black hole. We have the same thing in our bodies. All right, so this right here is the black hole in our bodies. This is the black hole known as the pineal gland. Okay, it is the black hole in our body is an absorber and an emitter of fifth dimensional, seventh dimensional light waves. Okay, when you talk about these black holes, they're only dealing with the light photon spectrum. Okay, when you look at the black holes in space, they deal with all kinds of light in any dimensional realm. Okay, they can emit fifth dimensional frequency of light, seventh dimensional frequency of light, ninth dimensional frequency of light. Okay, 11th dimension frequency of light. Because these black holes here are massive. Okay, I know it sounds complicated, but I'm about to break this down. How our bodies emulate this earth that we're on. So right here, you see, we have a hypothalamus gland. We have a pituitary gland. All right. Now, the hypothalamus gland would be considered our inner sun. Okay, the hypothalamus gland is basically our inner sun that controls the temperature on the earth. Okay, because the hypothalamus gland controls the temperature in our bodies. Okay, how do we know this? Because when we look at the movie Osmosis Jones, when the virus entered the body, when the virus entered the person's body, what did the virus try to do? The virus's goal was to go to the hypothalamus gland and to completely destroy the function of the hypothalamus, which would have sent the body's temperature into overdrive, which would have killed the body. Okay, so to kill the body, this virus had to bypass Osmosis Jones and the rest of the cells in the body, and he had to go after the hypothalamus. Okay, the virus had to go after the hypothalamus gland that controls the temperature in the body, just how the central sun in the earth controls the temperature of the earth. All right. Okay. So when we look at it in a nutshell, the hypothalamus is the inner sun. The pituitary gland is the holographic sun. And the pineal gland is the black hole. Let me repeat myself. Hypothalamus gland, inner sun of the human body. Pituitary gland, holographic sun. Pineal gland, magnetic black hole in the human body. Okay? There's your holy trinity. There's your holy trinity. Hypothalamus, pituitary, pineal. Inner sun, holographic sun. Pineal gland is the black hole. Okay, the black sun. Okay, that the pineal gland is purely magnetic. Hypothalamus would have to be electromagnetic, and pituitary would probably be purely electric. Okay? Very, very deep information here. So when we look at it, you see, all these planets have inner suns of their own, okay? And these stars are basically just holograms that are a reflection of the inner suns of the planets, okay? All put together, okay? Now, I'm going to prove this. Okay? Because like I said, the inner sun is just the hypothalamus gland of the earth. The inner sun is the hypothalamus gland of the earth, which controls the earth's temperature. I'm going to be proving it. Now, we see mainstream science says that the outer sun is responsible for heating the earth. That's bullshit. It's bullshit, and it's about to get busted right now. Okay, they tell us the sun is responsible for heating the surface of the earth. If this is possible, if this is true, okay, why is it when we raise, okay, in altitude, when we go further and further in altitude, okay, which is closer to the sun, why does it get colder? Why does the temperature get colder when I raise my level in the altitude of the atmosphere? When I get higher and higher in the atmosphere, why does it get colder, okay, if I'm getting closer to the real heating source, which is the outer sun? All these scientists, biologists, and astronomers say that this sun right here heats the Earth's surface. If that is true, that means when I get higher and higher in altitude, it's supposed to get hotter and hotter and hotter because I'm getting closer and closer to the heating source, which is the sun. But in reality, when I get higher and higher and higher in altitude, as I'm getting closer to this outward sun, it gets colder and colder. How is that possible? How is that possible, folks? I'm going to tell you how it's possible. This sun right here is nothing but a fucking hologram, and the real sun that's heating the earth is the inner sun. The inner sun is the hypothalamus gland of the earth. Okay? 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 And you know what somebody told me on Instagram? You know what some fucking idiot told me on Instagram? He said that the reason that the sun rays don't heat up the oxygen molecules that are up in the atmosphere is because the oxygen molecules are less dense and they're more spread out. Do you know how fucking stupid that is? Do you think that oxygen is the only gas particle that's in the atmosphere? Is oxygen the only gas particle that's in the Earth's atmosphere? No, you have nitrogen, you have carbon, okay? You have methane, you have argon, okay? That is, you have plenty of different gas particles that make up the Earth's atmosphere. So my question to you, my question to all you motherfuckers who believe Darwinism, who believe all of this fucking space science that was given to us by NASA, okay, and Darwinists and evolutionists, all you motherfuckers who believe their theories, you're going to have to explain to me, why doesn't the sun's light heat up the gas particles in the atmosphere? If the sun is what's heating up our atmosphere, why doesn't the sun's light heat up the gases that are high up in the atmosphere to make the atmosphere hot, just like the goddamn surface of the earth? You got a lot of explaining to do. You got a lot of explaining to do, because even if I go up to the troposphere, it's going to get cold as a son of a bitch. When I go up to the stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, it's all going to be cold, okay, as fucking Antarctica. Okay? How is that possible if the outward sun is heating the earth? Okay? And don't make up the story and say it's because, the oxygen molecules are less dense. Oh, there's more than oxygen molecules in the Earth's atmosphere. You got carbon molecules. You got hydrogen molecules. You got methane molecules. Okay? You got carbon molecules. All in abundance in the Earth's atmosphere. So why would the sun's light just bypass and skip over those gas molecules, and then as soon as it gets to the Earth, it just automatically gets hot again and heats the Earth up again? So the sun's rays go from hot, then they skip around all the gases. they skip around and avoid all the gases in the atmosphere. And then as soon as they get to the Earth's surface, they just get hot again. So when the sun's light enters the Earth's atmosphere, are you telling me that they don't hit any of these gas particles? Are you telling me the sun's light doesn't hit any of these gas particles in the Earth's atmosphere? Because if they did, okay, these particles in the Earth's atmosphere would be very, very hot. They would be very, very warm. Okay? So the weather we would experience in the atmosphere would be very, very warm if the Earth was indeed heated by the outwardly sun. Okay? Okay? So I just had to come here today and undo that mindfuck. Okay? This is nail in the coffin proof. The outward sun is a holographic sun, okay? It is the holographic sun that is shared by the rest of the planets. All the planets have inner suns, which are hypothalamus glands of the planets. The inner suns, okay, the inner suns are hypothalamus glands of the planets, okay? Each planet has a hypothalamus, pituitary, and pineal gland, all right? When you look at the pineal gland, that is the inner black hole, that is the inner black sun, which is purely magnetic. The pituitary gland is electromagnetic, or no. The pituitary gland is purely electric. That is the holographic sun. The hypothalamus is electromagnetic, and it controls the temperature, okay, of the planet, just like the hypothalamus gland controls the temperature of the human bodies, all right? And our pineal glands are central black holes in our body that are purely magnetic. The pituitary glands in our bodies are the holographic suns, okay? That are purely run on electric force, all right? Okay, and this was all shown in the Osmosis Jones movie, okay? It shows that we are a microcosm of the macrocosm. You see, we are supposed to be these blood cells of the earth. All humans are supposed to be the blood cells and the defense system of the earth. We are supposed to be the defense system of the earth. And the inner sun is the hypothalamus gland of the earth, and it controls the temperature of the earth. The hypothalamus gland of the earth, the inner sun. Okay, the inner sun is the hypothalamus gland of the earth. This is why the goddamn virus right here was trying to go into this man's body and trying to, destroy his hypothalamus gland, which would have destroyed his body temperature, which would have killed him. You see? It's deep. It's really, 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 really deep. Really deep information here. But that's really all I had to say on this topic. Okay? My next topic, I'm going to be going into full detail on meat eating versus veganism. So, with all that being said, I appreciate everyone who supports RFG and Atlantean movement. Please like, share, and subscribe. It's the Chosen One Man. I'm out.